measures using DAX in Power BI. So, and I cited some examples in this project. So, like if you want to get a particular values in your data set, you want to show some particular values in your data set. So you can make use of DAX to do that. You know, if you uploaded your data set to Power BI, so Power BI will automatically create some implicit measures. So by some numeric columns in your data set. So, but if you want to check maybe aggregation of particular column based on categories, so Power BI will not do that for you. So what you just need to do is to use DAX, data analysis expression, to know the actual values. So like now, you know, this is our total enrollments, 14,504. So now, if I want to get total values, total enrollments are based on year, based on session, as I have it here. So you will need to write a DAX to get that. You know, this data set, data set contain text columns. So we only have one numeric value there, which is level. Let me check that. Entry level. So this entry level column contains numeric value. All others, they are text, like department, entry mode, faculty, full name, local government program, sessions, sex. So all these are their what are their text value, text data type. So that is the reason we don't have an implicit measure in this data pane here. So, but now we want to get numeric, we want to get values for individual session. So like 2020, 2021 academic session. So we want to get values, total enrollment for this particular session. So to get that, we need to use DAX. So we want to get it based on session. So like, so if I click on this value, 2,510. So all these are the measures created with DAX. So if I click on this one, okay, this is a percentage. Okay, now even this total enrollment, so I use that to create it because they are not numeric. The column there, all the columns are text. So you cannot get implicit measure. So you have to create explicit measure using DAX. So this total enrollment, so this one. So if you want to calculate the total enrollment here, so you start by right click the data set here. Okay, so click on new measure. So or you come to modeling. So under modeling, we have a new measure, a new column, new table. So you can create a new measure here, or you right click the data set at the data pane here. So to create a new measure. So all these are the existing measures are created. So this one, total enrollment, as you can see, total enrollments are equals to, so you start with calculate. So if the column is numeric, you can just use a sum function. So sum function. So to add all the values in that column. But now what we have in that column is text. So it is text value. So what you can do is to count the rows in that column, since they are not numeric. So you can just use count row to know the total number of rows. So the total number of rows will determine the total, the overall total enrollment. So you can now have it like this. Calculate, you will use calculate, okay, into bracket. So another function, count rows, so then into bracket, admission list. So this is the name of the data set, admission list. So it's going to count the number of rows in that data set and give you the values. So that will be the total enrollment. Okay, so this is a measure. Although I've explained the difference between measure and calculated column, but I will still explain it when we reach at calculated column. So I'm still repeating measure. Although in the previous video, I've created many measures. So when you watch the video, so but I'm just explaining some measures that I've created in this project so that you can also are familiar with creating measures. So this one is total enrollment. To generate this one, 14,504. So this is our overall total enrollment. But now, if you want to create a measure for individual session, academic session, so to do that, you will need a condition. So the second one, let's check this. Okay. Aha. Look at this one. So total students in 2020, 2021. So you still repeat the formulas for the one you use for total enrollment for the overall. So, but what is going to added to it is this one, admission session, where admission session equals to 2020, 2021. So you will start by creating a measure by right-click the total data set, then select a new measure. So it's going to show the address bar here. So you create a variable for that measure. So you can have a space in that variable name. So as you can see, total students in 2020, 2021. Then you start with equal sign, then calculate into bracket count rows. I use count rows because what we have in that data set, they are text. So I just need to use, I will need to count the rows. You know, when we did pivot table in Microsoft Excel, so I explained that if you want to get the total, if you want to use pivot table, when you drag your feed to the row or column, so it's going to find this automatically find the sum if the column contain numeric values. But if the columns contain text values, so it will count it. So that is what applicable here, because with what we have here, they are text values. So we need to use count. But if if the column contain numeric values, so what you will use here is going to be sum. So calculate, then you have sum. Like now, if I want to find the total sales, to for like the dashboard we created for the superstore. So you know we have sales columns, discount columns, profit columns. So those columns. So if you want to create DAX for them, so maybe you want to find the total sales or total discount. So you start with calculate, then sum, because the column there, they are what numeric values. But if I want to get the total numbers of and you want to calculate total number of rows for text column, so you will use count. So it's going to count all the rows in that column. So admission list, comma, admission list, then, so this is another feed. Okay, so we are counting the rows based on session. So where session equals to 2020, 2021. So it's going to filter the values where session equals to 2020, 2021. So later we got 2,510. So that is for measure. So measure is used to get aggregation, or if you want to get average or maximum or minimum or count. So we use it for aggregation to get aggregates of particular column. So, and we normally show the measure values. We normally show it on our KPI. Okay, so all these, they are measured. So this is for 2021, 2022. Okay, so another thing that I want to explain on measure before we move to calculated column is this percentage. So if I want to know the percentage values of this, you want to know the percentage values of enrollment in 2020, 2021. So, you will divide the value you got in 2020, 2021 by the total. So let's check the percentage. So this one, so this is the percentage. So if I click on this, so you can use any name here. So I use 2020, 2021 percentage. So you start with divide. When we want to calculate the enrollment in 2020, 2021, so we use calculate. So we start with calculate, but this one, we start with divide function. So because we want to divide this one by the total. So then you convert it to a percentage. So, this one, the values in 2020, 2021 divided by total multiplied by 100 will give us the percentage. So now, so which means 2,510 divided by 14,504 multiplied by 100 will give us the percentage. So that is a percentage for the enrollment. So now we have divide into bracket total students in 2020, 2021, comma, total enrollment. So this one, this is the measure for the total enrollment. So okay, let me click on this percentage. So I want to deactivate this. So if you have this formula, so it's going to give you okay. So it's going to give you the actual values. That is the division of total enrollment in 2020, 2021 by the total enrollment. So then, okay, which is 17.31. Okay. So now, so that is how to get the percentage. Now, let's move to the calculated column. So calculated columns, because I've created different measures in the last class. So I want to use our project, which is Superstore, to explain calculated columns. So calculated columns can be used to add more columns to your data set. So if you have 5 columns in your data set, so and you need more columns in your data set, you can make use of a calculated column. For example, if you have you have cost price, and then you have sales price in your data set, but you need to get profit. You want to create a profit column in your data set so that you will show the profit on your dashboard. So to do that, you will need a calculated column. So you are going to subtract a cost from cost price from sales price. So it will create additional column to your data set. So for example, this, let's check this order. So this table, so I'm trying to open the table for orders data set. Okay, it is still loading. Okay, maybe let's use this. Let's use this one. Okay. So I want to, okay. So you are seeing table for student enrollment, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, yeah. So if you look at this table, so we have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So we have like 15 columns in this table, although it contains some calculated columns. So the columns originally ended at session column. So all other columns here, they are calculated columns. They are what? They are calculated columns. So I can still add more columns to this one. So